I definitely am a more courageous performer because of Jane.
She made everybody feel like anything was possible.
A lot of teachers are just avant-garde and, I'm from the theater, and she was, but she was like a real person and she didn't talk down to us.
I can take everything that I've learned from her with the rest of my life.
I remember interviewing her back in 2004, and she just put it all out there.
I think that everybody who does theater and loves the arts remembers a time in high school where either a teacher motivated you or a director, and you were bitten by the bug, the theater bug. So I love the idea of being part of somebody's being bitten.
See, I met Jane when I was 12, and I did Les Mis with her. Then I loved it so much I came back and did hair.
First time I met her was for hair auditions, and I was scared because Jane had this presence.
Terrified. I think I was 11 years old. She was just so big.
She had a huge spirit, and she taught by sharing that spirit with her students.
I think Jane sees the potential in everyone, that people don't see.
Usually most choir teachers for me would be like, oh, you're an alto, sing low. And she was like, why can't you sing high? Why can't you belt that C? And it was like, okay, there's no limits.
As a teacher, she was all about the individual students' learning styles. Maybe they were going to learn by writing it down. Maybe they were going to learn by focusing on hearing it. Maybe they were going to have to get their whole body involved to learn it. And she identified, it was the first thing that she did with any group of kids, was to figure out which of those ways was that kid's way. The first time I ever saw her perform was as the soloist with the Gay Men's Chorus. And you've never seen a show quite like it. You've certainly never seen audience response quite like it. She just had a way of cutting through whatever veil people tend to have between themselves and the audience. She was there with you.
I think one of the most remarkable things about Jane was that she was living with this very aggressive form of cancer. And all through chemotherapy and everything else, she would be here teaching. This summer, at a time when most people probably wouldn't even get out of bed, Jane was here teaching right up to a week before she passed away. And she was teaching and directing Rent, which was a show about living with illness, how we say goodbye, how we make the most of every moment. And she was sharing those experiences with the kids, even as she knew that this was the last show that she was probably ever going to be able to direct.
That's what she loved more than anything in the world, was teaching. And she went out teaching.
Her last lesson was the greatest one of all, live every minute.
When I'm learning sheet music or I'm singing a song, she's there. I can feel her.
We will do our best to make sure that Jane's legacy lives on here at the Theater Lab and the quality of the teaching that we do.
I'm gonna miss her being there and just being Jane.
Let's go back. My name is Jane Pesci-Townsend, and I am the chair of the artistic... No, I'm not. Hold on. Why is this so hard?
Chair of the world.
I'm queen. Okay.